Okay, so hello students, we will be studying about database management system. Okay, so what is data? Data is nothing but a collection of raw facts and figures. Okay, just for example, you consider a number 85, or you can consider an image, or you can consider some word like a tree. That is all data. 85, tree, image. So what is data? It's just a raw fact. Then coming up to the next point, that what is information? Information is nothing but an organized data. Okay, a data that is organized and has a meaning to it. You'll give a meaning to it, like for example 85, that doesn't have any meaning to it, but if you give 85%, okay, or 85 out of 100, or 85 students in a class, now how is it? It has a meaning. That is called as information. You give a context to it, like 85 surrounding to that one word 85, it has meaning to it. 85 students in a class, so it's students in a class, it has context. That's a context surrounding 85. That is called as information. Information is nothing but data plus meaning. Okay, that is information. The next is database. So what is database? We studied about data, that is raw facts and information, that nothing but data but plus meaning. Then what is this database? So database is organized collection of related data. Okay? Organized collection of related data. See, in information, what was it? In information, it was data plus meaning. Okay, it was data plus meaning. There's also organized here. Yeah, but information is like a small one, a small quantity, whereas this database, it's in larger quantity. It's a total collection of organized data, and that's related. Information can be like information. Now what I told you, it might be like 85, image, or tree. So you can see that these are not related. These are just information that you know in your head. But if you want like what is a database, it will be organized, it will be a collection along with the related data. Okay, so for example, if you think as college database, for college database you'll be having student, teacher, and course marks, attendance, and it will be in an organized way, related data and a collection. That's called as database. Okay, so what is it? Database is organized collection of related data. Here the three words are like, they'll be organized, collection, and related, whereas in information it's just data, organized, and meaning. There is no related in it, and there's no collection. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Okay, so here we have file system. What is file system? Before this DBMS or database, we first had file system. What is file? You used to store the information about student, marks, or anything in files, like file 1, student file, marks file, attendance file. That's called as file system. But later we found that there are many issues with this file system. Okay, let's see what are those issues. The issues were, the first is data redundancy. What is data redundancy? Try to understand it. Data redundancy is in a one, like attendance you have name, and in marks file you have name. So like in everywhere you have the same name, Rahul. It's like that. And it is data is going to be repeated. Redundancy is nothing but like repeated or duplicate. Next is data inconsistency. What is data inconsistency? Is like, for example, in a marks file you have as Rahul, and in attendance file you have as Rahul with surname Rahul XYZ. Okay, so here the data is inconsistent. In one file the name is just Rahul, in another file the name is Rahul plus XYZ. So that's called as inconsistency, not same everywhere. Okay, So next is, what is difficult data access in a file system. If they ask you to print the total number of students who have scored greater than 85, then you have to go through it. If you score, if you want to search total number of students or list the students who have attendance less than 60%, then it will be difficult for you to keep searching, and going through all the files. That is what difficult data access. Okay, then data isolation. Data isolation is if you want to present the data, name list of the students, list the marks, attendance, and names, surnames of a student, then you have to go through each and every file, and you have to create a new file where you have all these details in it. If they ask you just I want the name and percentage, then you have to create one more file in it. So this is called as data isolation. Now what is backup problem? If file got corrupted or deleted, then there will be nothing else you can do. A large amount of your data would be lost. So that is the problem of this file system. Then concurrent access problem. Concurrent access is two or more people are accessing the same file, then there will be many difficulties in that. Okay, so these are the problems with file system. And moving on to the next thing here is need for DBMS. Okay, since we got to know that it is very much difficult doing the things by this file, we found the solution for it. That solution is itself called as DBMS. With the file system, we had so many difficulties. To solve it, we found DBMS. What is it? Need a better management. File system needed a better management. We found DBMS. DBMS is database management system. We know what is database. We have to manage it, and it's a system. Okay, so what it does, it's just a software. Okay, database management system, it's a software that is used to create, store, retrieve, update, manage the database. Okay, so you can create the database, then you can store info in that, then you can retrieve the info, you can update the info, you can manage the database. This is a software. So this is the database management system. Okay, the examples are MySQL, Oracle, SQLite. Okay, so moving on to the next thing. Okay, next coming up, we'll be studying about relational database. What is relational database? It is just tables. Okay, relationship between tables. The database would be represented in the form of tables, like a huge Excel book. There will be row, it's called as tuple, or it's a one record. Column, it can also be called as attribute. It's just a property of an entity. And there's a key. If there's a row, in that one will be one thing that uniquely identifies the row, that's called a key. And relationship, it used to connect the table. So what is RDBMS? It's nothing but the DBMS plus relational model. The relational model is table based approach. For example, there is a table here. There's a table, okay, like this. For example, fruit. Okay, fruit table, we just made it. Here, fruit will be having a name, fruit will be having a color, fruit will be having fruit will be having what? Let's put a name, color, and what all can we put? Taste. Okay. First is apple, banana, and strawberry. Okay, so apple will be red, banana will be yellow, strawberry will be pink. Okay, so this will be sweet, sour, sweet, sour, sweet, sweet. This is a table, this is the column name. These are the property of a fruit. A fruit will be having property, that is, it will be sweet, it will be having a name, color, taste. This is the properties of a fruit. Okay, and this one row is a record, or it can be called as tuple. In this, what is unique? A fruit name is unique. This can be a key. Okay, this is a record. These are attributes. This whole is a table. This itself is called as RDBMS. Okay, now that's it. Thank you. Good luck. Okay, so now let me tell you about what is instance and schema. Okay, so instance is nothing but value at a moment, and schema is nothing but blueprint. Okay, so if you have a table here and you write as student ID, name, address, and age, student table. This might be a schema. Okay, this might be a schema, or schema can be written also as like student ID, name, age. So this is a schema, like you have a plan, what you want to do, what are the properties, what is the entity, what all you have to do. It's just a plan. Whereas the instance is value at a time. For example, at 10:30, the table is person A with ID 101, and XYZ address. And at 11, the instance will be person A, person B, 101, 102, XYZ, ABC. So it's just like a value at that moment. Here just one value at 10:30, here two values at 11:30. It's just the values in a table, that is the instance. Whereas the schema is this normal representation of a table, like you have a plan of it, what you want to do. So that's it. Thank you.